Hey family, welcome back to Brand Story School. Eviction night is one of the biggest nights in Big Brother Naija. And in season 10, it's not just big, it's massive. Why? Because almost the entire house is up for eviction. 20 names, 20 stories, and 20 different brands. And tonight, only a few will survive. But here's the thing. Eviction night isn't just about who goes home. It's about how each housemate's brand survives under pressure. Who stands out? Who fades? Who creates enough buzz to keep the audience talking and voting? And that's what we're unpacking today. And by the end, you'll not only know what's likely to happen, but you'll also walk away with branding lessons you can apply in your own journey. Let's start with the list. Here are the housemates nominated for eviction tonight. Big Soso, Bright Morgan, Day Day, Denari, Doris, Amy C, Isabella, Avatar, Jason J, Joanna, K Bobo, Kola, Coin, Couture, Mide, Ruboy, Sultana, Thelma Lawson, Tracy. Yes, you heard right. Almost everyone is vulnerable right now. This isn't just a vote, it's a battlefield. So what does this mean? It means the audience isn't just judging performance, they're judging perception. When everyone is up, it's no longer about who's safe, it's about who's memorable. Think about it. If you're running a business in a crowded market, people don't choose based on who's good. They choose who they remember. The loudest and the most authentic, or sometimes the most controversial. Take Doris, Amy C, and Jason J. They may be polarizing, but at least they're in the conversations. Compare that to Tracy or Joanna. They might be decent players, but without a strong story, they risk becoming forgettable. And this brings us to brand lesson number 1. In an overcrowded marketplace, invisibility is worse than controversy. If people don't know your story, they can't choose you. But now let's talk about the drama leading up to tonight, because these twists matter. First of all, Faith as head of house. He had the power to save someone and he chose Zita. That wasn't just gameplay, that was branding. Faith is positioning himself as loyal and strategic. Zita now owes him, and the audience sees him as a decisive leader. The brand lesson here is when you protect others, you build equity. Loyalty sticks. Next is Mensan. He found the immunity envelope. Some might call it luck, but in branding, luck favors the visible. He was in the right place at the right time. Now, he's completely safe tonight. The brand lesson here is sometimes the best move is simply showing up consistently until opportunity finds you. Then we move on to Sultana. She was this close to being head of house, but Faith snatched it in the challenger match. In one night, she went from queen to ordinary nominee. That's the danger of building a brand only on title or status, because titles can be taken away overnight. And the brand lesson here is don't build only on position, build on identity, and finally, Joanna. Joanna picked up the nickname House Snail after a poor performance. Now that could be embarrassing, and here's the key: if she owns it with humor, she can flip it into sympathy. If she sulks, she loses. The brand lesson is: failure is not fatal if you spin it well. Sometimes your mistakes humanize you and make people root for you. So what does all this mean for tonight? Who's safe? Faith, the loyal leader? Zita, protected by Faith? Mensan, immune, no questions asked? So who's at risk? Joanna, unless she flips that snail narrative. Tracy, Thelma, Isabella, quiet housemates with no strong storyline. Denari, Avatar, Bright Morgan, mid-tier, at risk of being forgotten. And then who's polarizing but likely safe? Doris, dramatic but memorable. Amy C, fiery but visible. Jason J, chaotic but always in the headlines. So here's the brand takeaway. In a crowded space, safety doesn't come from being good. It comes from being memorable. Your strongest assets are visibility and story, because titles can be taken away. In fact, wins can also fade, but your story lasts. And most importantly, in a noisy market, the audience doesn't reward the perfect, they reward the sticky. That's why tonight's eviction isn't just about who leaves, it's about whose brand is strong enough to survive the storm. So, as you watch the eviction night, don't just ask who's leaving. Ask instead whose brand is building equity and whose brand is fading away. Because in Big Brother Naija and in real life, survival isn't about being the best. It's about being unforgettable. Stick with me here on Brand Story School, because right after tonight's eviction, we will break down who got evicted and what it means for the game. Make sure you hit subscribe, drop your predictions in the comments, and let's keep building brands that win. I'll definitely see you in the next video. Stay tuned.